Blessed, verse 4, blessed are they that mourn, for they shall be comforted. Who are they that mourn? He's not saying blessed is that man whose uncle died and he was mourning. He's not saying blessed is that man whose child died. No, he's not talking about that kind of mourning. Because Jesus was a prophet. And he's using prophetic language here. All right? He's using prophetic language. And it's important to understand it. When you read about the prophets, you'd see prophets who mourned. And the Bible tells us how they'll put ashes on their head or tear their clothes because they mourned. What was they mourning about? They weren't mourning because they lost something. They were mourning because of the children of God who had either gone into captivity or because something went wrong and God's people had become victims, or that the people weren't serving God the way that they should have been serving God. And so they mourned in intercession. That's what he's talking about. He said, blessed are they that mourn, for they shall be comforted. How has this affected you? In your life, do things concerning other people get your attention? It's one of the problems we have among Christians today. They hear that so and so doesn't go to church anymore. They don't mourn. They don't cry in prayer. To them, something's wrong with the church or something's wrong with the person, and that's all. Nobody's praying. Nobody's praying. It's as though many of us have become so callous in our hearts. You know, one of the beautiful things that I enjoy looking at is when I see the names of certain people. You know, people who today they're ministers or leaders, you know, among us, their ministry all over the place. And I have their names in different fires. And people don't know what those names are doing there. But I wrote them down for intercession. I was praying for them. If I notice someone had a terrible attitude, I put his name there. If I notice someone who probably was inconsistent, comes today, you don't see him the next 2 weeks, you talk with him, and then he gives you all these kind of funny answers, put his name there. I got names of several people. That's how come some of you here are very serious now, but that's what I was doing. Yeah. There's some people I just noticed in church, maybe because I talked to them or someone told me, I found out that they just never were stable in their business. But they had abilities. But nothing was going right. I knew the answer. Intercession. Intercession. I'm not talking about, oh God, I remember John Brown in prayer. Do it for him, Lord. Do it for him, Lord. Do it for him, Lord. That's not the kind of prayer I'm talking about. Crying. I just would know that this prayer session I'm going to have is a crying session. So I just start crying. I must cry today. I have a message titled Try Tears. Some of you have never heard it. Because